The number one live show in the world, West Coast Poplock Podcast. Coming to you from Big Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop up.
Yo, what's up? It's that time again, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. 8:02. It's all good. Mario's been at Coachella for a couple weeks. He's just trying to get back into the swing of things.
You were at Coachella?
Dang.
Yeah.
I was out there for 2 weeks working, man.
Yeah, so we are here at Pigs Studios with the Hard Z Studios in the beautiful city of Compton with their potholes are big as fuck.
Dude, they're ridiculous.
Dude.
I don't know who the fuck I gotta yell at around here to get some potholes filled, but fuck, man. Fuck you, Compton. Goddamn.
If you ran
I know the
for mayor,
I know
just
the mayor
on that,
Compton. I'll talk to her.
you would win.
Please.
Just on that.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Forward the message, Johnny. Do it for the people.
Yeah.
So it is the West Coast Poplock Podcast. You can get us on Twitch, Facebook. You can also get us on YouTube. All the past shows.
We're part of the My Grito industry family, La Familia.
Yeah, we have a call with them after the show, so we'll see if we're still family.
Bum.
Just kidding, Oscar. Just kidding. Today we have a group of guys in here. They have a shop called True School Barber Shop. It was in the city of Buena Park. It's now back in the city of Anaheim. Once in a while, when I have a barber that I've been going to for 20 some odd years, but then I'll step in there. You know how it goes, man. Sometimes you can't get to one.
Sure.
Because my barber you have to appointments. Mm-hmm. So now I have had both of these gentlemen cut my hair, and then Steve cuts my hair for the majority of the times now when I go in there. But it's always cool to go in there. I know we're going to get into some barbershop talk, but I just wanted to start off in the beginning and say these guys do a lot of great shit for the community, man. They do, like, going back to school, they get backpacks and pins and just stuff to put in the backpacks for the kids. For Christmas, dude, they're getting gifts. People are coming in. I'm talking about not just bullshit gifts, like bikes, skateboards, doing free haircuts for the kids, feeding people. I mean, it's just like when you see something like that, man, it goes beyond just being a barber shop. It almost becomes like a community center where people are looking forward to this shit. For sure. Like every year, they're like, oh man, I got a skateboard last year, maybe I can get a bike. Mm-hmm. And to see that excitement in these kids, and I've been in there when someone goes in there and they spin the wheel and they walk away with a board, man. They're like, holy shit, or a gun, because they let them choose. You spin it, you go, okay, now you get to choose what you want. And they're like, what?
That's
so
awesome.
They do all kinds of cool stuff like that. So I want to say, fucking that's amazing, bro. When I seen that kind of shit, aside from the barber talking, the stuff wouldn't go in. I just wanted to start off and say, fucking, that's an amazing thing you guys do for the community, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate
that.
Their
names and where they.
Well, no, I was going to let them now introduce themselves
to the
shop. Oh, I said True School Barbershop. But
okay.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and how long have you been cutting?
My name is Freddy, owner of True School. I've been cutting for I've been a licensed barber since 2003. That's 20 years
Coming
now.
up on 20.
Yeah, 20 years, man. I know a lot of people tell me I don't look my age, and especially when I tell them that. I've been cutting for 20 years. They're just like, what? How old are you? And, been cutting hair 20 years.
Number one, that's a long time. And to even hit 20, that makes you a professional in your industry. Number one. So you are a professional barber because you put in that you were in that blood and all three of them color stripes on that pole for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm Marwan. I'm a barber at True School Barbershop, and I've been cutting 8 years.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Side by side next to Freddy.
Oh, at True
School? The whole time, the whole time. From the moment I started.
When he was there, I thought he was like part owner.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the vibe he gives off. You know what I mean? So you go in there, he's up there, vibe. He's in there, running the show, talking and just putting it down. So that's cool. That's cool. Did you guys start like? There's a lot of guys that I know that started off cutting little brother's hair, homie's hairs in the backyard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I already know the answer to this question. Because he said, I've been a licensed barber for 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you caught that. Yep. No, yeah, for sure, man. I feel like, with a lot of barbers, that's that's how it starts. With me, since I was a little kid, my dad, he had clippers at home. He wasn't a barber, but when I was really, really little, I have a couple memories of going to barbershops. But this one time in particular, my older brother and I, my parents took us to this barbershop in Garden Grove, and got our hair cut, and get home, and dude, we got lice, man. We got we got lice. And and it was terrible.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be like an inspiring story about how I wanted to be a barber in this kind of shop that I wanted to open. The opposite.
Yeah.
Lice.
And, I guess that somehow influenced me, because that always stuck in my mind, and I knew that was something that I'm like,
I'm gonna have a shop with no lice.
No lice. That's
lice.
No lice.
It's like no matter what I've done with my life, man. No matter what I've done with my barbering career,
sure.
Nobody got any lice, man. I'm a winner.
Have you had anyone come in with lice?
Me personally, no, but yeah, he has a story about that.
Yeah, one time at one of the old shop in that time, had a client come in. They were sitting there for a minute too. And the funny thing is, they're still a client. The mom brought the little boy in. He's a teenager now. Actually, just seen the kid driving on YouTube. It's crazy. Yeah, she brought him in. They're sitting there for about, I don't know, probably about 30, 40 minutes. We're thinking, they're up next, whatever. He sits down in the chair. She comes up, hey, I'm going to tell you something, Marwan. I'm like, well, what's up? And she's like, hey, he has lice. Is that going to be okay? I'm like, what?
Is that going to be a problem?
What do you mean he has lice?
Yes.
I'm like, you need to get him out of here. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you can't bring the kid in here with
He's
lice.
not allowed
He's
at
gonna
school.
infect everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like, you serious? Like, she had no idea what to do. I said, you got to go take that kid home and dunk his head in mayonnaise or something.
Yeah, shave his head.
Shave his
Hey,
head.
man. Is that really a remedy?
I mean, I think my mom did that shit to me when I was a kid.
Oh, shit. That worked?
I don't know. I can't recall if it worked or not. But this was the 80s, and my mom, she's not from this country and shit, so she got
No internet.
no internet. Yeah. Something passed on.
Yeah.
Our boy Harris, Hungry Harris, man. His lady worked at works. Oh no, she used to work. She doesn't work anymore. Back in the day when he first started at K-Rock, his lady worked at a place where kids' family would come in and they would delice them and stuff for yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
There's a
it's like-
company for that?
Well, not a company. It's like sort of like like a community kind of thing where you go and
Well, they used to do that at schools. I remember.
schools and stuff too.
Sure.
Yeah.
The very oh man.
They had like
this
the
is
popsicle sticks, like looking through your head and shit.
when
It was always the girls. It was always the girls.
'Cause
they
long
got
hair,
that
right?
hair,
Yeah.
man. The punishment that you the hilarity that you receive from the universe. So the first Amazon package I ever stole.
First one.
The first Amazon package
the
I ever
last.
stole. Absolutely not. I take it and I open it up and it's a case of lice removing kits. And I felt so bad because I was like, yo, whoever got this, they were waiting for this.
Scratching their head.
They like needed this, man. And there wasn't just like one. It was like a there was so many. I was like, oh man, I fucked up.
Yeah, that's terrible.
What did you do with them?
Achoo.
Did you ever get lice?
No, I've never had lice. No,
Oh,
I got too much grease in my hair for
Yeah,
lice.
same here.
Why wouldn't you just go drop it back off, John, if you felt bad?
Because I was long gone by then. What am I didn't.
Yeah, then you're gonna get caught and
Yeah,
busted.
yeah, get
then
outta
you're
here.
like, fuck.
Still.
It's never the crime, it's the cover up. Like that's what gets you in trouble. So I was
Yeah.
not trying. I was just I committed the crime. I was out.
Yeah.
Now that girl or guy had to get their head shaved, right? Or
I mean, I
something.
hope so. I hope they did something.
They probably still have lice everywhere because of you,
Yeah,
John.
yeah. There's like an outbreak. I know. It's fine. This was years ago. It's
They're
good.
still looking for the delivery truck out the window.
Oh shit!
Are they pulling up yet?
So with stuff like this shit will gross me out. People's scalps gross me out. People in general are disgusting, and pigs and everything in between. How is it that you can go 20 years, 8 years, and not be disgusted with people's hair? Because I'm sure no one's going in there with showering.
Oh, we're disgusted.
Yeah.
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 Have you
Now he's like, we're
He's
disgusting.
like, oh no,
Like-
we're disgusted.
like dry heaving disgust, or like I can't. I'm sorry, you need to go home disgust. Like I'm not gonna cut you other than lice, but like
Right.
anyone else been really gross and
for
grimy?
me, it's like I don't really feel grossed out while it's happening. I feel grossed out when I get home.
Sure, like damn.
You know,
Damn,
while
you can
I'm
hold
doing
it
the work,
together.
like I'm a dirty motherfucker, man. I'll get up in the mix of things, no problem. I'll go home and I'll see like a flake on my shirt, or like a hair splinter in my finger. I'm just like, I'm being penetrated.
Hair
Like,
splinter.
my hair.
Been penetrated all day and just feel it now.
Hair splitter is wild. Because I get them too, you know, from getting your hair cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had 'em in
But
my
you guys
hands.
have them like fucking all the
Everywhere,
time.
man. Yeah, everywhere. Yeah. From people's hair, yeah, it's pretty gross, you know, sometimes, and you know, sometimes people they're just, you know, some people are just inconsiderate, you know.
Sure.
They'll go to the gym and let me go get a haircut afterwards, and all sweaty and shit.
I think they just don't really think it through. I
Right.
don't think they're like purposely coming like I'm grimy, I didn't wash my hair, and they
Yeah.
come. I think they just don't really think, and they just come anyways.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever like, do you know what? I gotta wash your hair, bro. That way I can cut it easier. You ever do that shit? Kind of shit like that?
Well, you know what? So the shop I worked at before, well, I guess every shop I worked at before, you know, I owned my own shop. We used to have a little shampoo bowl and stuff. I just felt weird doing it, man. I didn't like
Sure.
doing it.
It's
So,
intimate.
yeah, it's intimate. Yeah, so you know,
But even if it's grimy as fuck, you're like, fuck it.
yeah, well, I mean, the shampoo bowl, you know, shampooing guys' hair, you know, like, you know, we don't have that. We don't have a shampoo bowl for that. But what we do is just, hey, go wash your hair, dude. Go
beat
Dunk
it.
your head.
Yeah.
Go do it
Yeah.
yourself.
You gotta have that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I was gonna have you wash my hair, bro. Lay back, lean up on me.
Yeah.
Get that scalp massage.
Happy ending.
Yeah.
They say them, yeah, it was scalp massage.
Yeah.
But, so you know, you send them to go do it themselves in the restroom or whatever.
Yeah. Wash it out. Yeah.
I beat it, man.
I remember back in the days, man, like in the 90s, you know, everybody, well, you know, a lot of people would put grease in their hair, Murray's, Dax, all that stuff. And I used to go to Anaheim Barbers over on State College, and they used to have dish soap. They'd have like Dawn,
Hell yeah.
Palm Olive or whatever.
The
you know.
greasing shit.
Yeah, go wash it out, you know.
Beat it.
That's the
man.
only way.
And just dish soap in your hair and wash the Murrays out of your hair. And
I've used laundry detergent on my hair when I had Murray's in. It's like, damn, we gotta get this
yeah,
out of here.
yep. Yeah, man, Murray's. But you know, as far as being disgusted, man, you know, this one story, or this one guy actually, you know, stands out to me. He used to work at IHOP, or he, you know, I'm sure he probably still works at IHOP.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, dude, he was a chef at IHOP, and you know, he knows exactly what I'm talking about, man. And
He was my customer.
yeah. Every
years.
now and then he would, you know, hop over to my chair and stuff, and dude, it was the worst, man. He smelled like, I don't know,
Pancake
Fucking
batter.
ham-
pancake batter, bacon. It
Grease.
just, oh man.
I get hungry. I don't know, man.
I was about to say, like,
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that doesn't sound too bad.
You know,
Yeah,
he
it was,
smelled like
it was rough.
That
it
dirty
smelled like-
oil, man.
Yeah,
dirty
yeah.
oil.
It was really like the raw batter.
Yeah.
It would kind of be like, it wouldn't be like cookie batter. You know,
Fuck
it's like
no.
pancake
I
batter.
thought it was gonna be like
These
someone.
smell- no, this one smells like the ingredients, not
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
not like
it was
pancakes,
gross,
you know?
man. And, I would
He
feel
was
so
a pancake
gross.
flipper or something. I don't know what the fuck he did, but
And like,
yeah, he
Freddie,
smelled
we
like
went for
pancake.
lunch. You're like, fuck.
Not IHOP,
Yeah,
man.
not
Like,
IHOP,
a
yeah.
salad, please.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, and he was a big dude.
He's a
I mean,
big
he was
dude,
like
yeah.
400 plus pounds, so he had a lot of radius of smell on him. You know.
Oh
So,
shit!
wait,
Touched
so-
a lot of places too. You know?
So
Yeah.
is it like is it like musk from him working on top of that with the added flavors of everything else around him?
Yeah,
I was gonna say because when I smell
100%.
bacon, you know, it
I'm
smells
getting
pretty
hungry.
bomb.
Yeah.
yeah, but bacon on a fat man don't.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
You know
like,
what
was
I'm
he
saying?
like fucking?
He
must-
came in with the IHOP shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he would
He's
leave
from work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could smell it now. let's move on.
Yeah, that's wild, man. I get grossed out with like stuff like that, and now kind of just even going through the recent things and knowing how disgusting people are and the things that need to be told to them what not to do when you think it's just logical.
Yeah.
Like, don't poop in the shower. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
I just learned that not too long ago, where like you need to be told not to poop in the shower. I'm like,
Wait.
what?
Why not?
You shit in the shower?
I have
Well,
ne-
no, no,
I have never
explain
shit in the
yourself.
shower, but I recently saw signage somewhere that it said don't shit in the shower. I'm
Yeah,
like,
who does that?
Exactly. Who-
Andre
but-
the Giant.
does he, what, really?
Yeah, he would just shit in the bathtub. This fool
Oh,
can't
he
sit
probably
on
couldn't
a,
wipe
he
his
can't sit
ass.
on a regular toilet. It
probably
was
couldn't
a
reach
giant
that.
fucking dude, man. He just shit in the
The
bathtub.
one instance because it's like the one giant in the fucking world, I guess.
Sure,
like,
sure.
The eighth wonder of the world.
just I don't know, man. If you shit in the shower, call in at 909-475-7449.
I don't need the call. I'm right here.
You shit in the shower?
I mean, I've done it. You know what I mean? Especially if you're
There it
sick.
is.
Especially if you're sick. No. Get out of here, you know.
The crazy thing is the toilet's right there.
I'm killing.
It's like
you gotta
right
kill
there.
2 birds with 1 stone. You know what I mean?
So the signs exist because of Johnny. Okay,
whatever.
that makes fucking sense.
You never heard of a waffle stomp?
No.
Stomp it down?
There's a name for it too.
Yeah. Look, I didn't invent this. You know what I mean?
It just exists.
Oh shit.
Waffle stomping. I should change the name of the fucking episode.
That's the name of my band. Waffle stomp.
Waffle Stomper.
Is that because it squeezes through your toes?
No,
The great. You know what I mean? The great in the shower. That's
Yeah.
Thank you, Freddie, for this amazing turn of episode.
Went from lice to
Yeah, we're
shitty the shit.
So we got good stuff here at the West Coast Pop Podcast.
Hell
What are we
yeah.
talking about?
And now that for the 20 years, when did you become a shop owner?
2011. 2011.
Someone do the math. How many years is that?
12. Coming up on 12.
12 years.
Yeah. Is that 12?
2011 to now? Yes, 12.
Yeah, 12 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's your longest customer? You got somebody that's been riding with you for that long?
You know what? I haven't thought about that. I have buddies from high school that I've been cutting
Hell
since
yeah, that's
then,
what
you
I'm
know,
talking
and
about.
I still see them pretty often. I would have to say, you know, buddies from high school. Yeah, I
so
have
like
guys.
20 years deep. You know
Yeah,
what I
20
mean? For
years.
sure,
Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
You got anybody that full 8 years?
Yeah. I have a guy named Alvaro. I've been cutting him since barber school. He's been loyal
Hell
since.
yeah.
Dang.
My barber, I've been getting my haircut since he was in barber school too.
Yeah,
That relationship. So I'm from here. I moved to Minnesota for a couple years. And finding someone to cut my hair was the hardest part of moving. Like it wasn't even driving across it, whatever. All of that shit combined wasn't as hard on my life as finding someone fucking to cut my hair. Like, God.
Yep. Even with all the the new technology and stuff, you got Yelp and you could Google it and businesses pop up, highest rated and stuff like that. But years ago, man, it was the phone book, you'd guess, go down the line, hey, you guys do fades, and we still get calls like that. You guys do fades? Well,
that's all we do. So we'll get in here.
But yeah, it was rough back then, man. But it's still rough now. Even with Yelp and stuff like that. A lot of the times, photos are not what they seem. Barbers,
It's a daily
they'll
grind.
edit their photos, Photoshop, whatever they use, and and it's
That's
not
the
what
worst
it seems.
feeling,
but
man. Leaving the barbershop, you got a shit haircut.
yeah, for sure.
And then it's only gonna be, a little while. It's only gonna look like shit for a little bit.
Yeah, but that's beyond the point.
But that little bit of time is the worst time of your whole life. Like it's like I don't want to come
go to the
outside
shop.
ever again.
Especially if you go get a cut for some occasion, whether it's just a birthday party, whatever. And here's the worst part, because you always get your hair cut, and people always notice your hair. They're like, "Oh, hey, he always comes in with fucking nice hair." And then you're going to that party, dude, and it's fucked up in the back or something. You're like, "Fuck,
What happened?
Whether anyone even says shit, you know it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't feel
it
as
doesn't
good.
doesn't comb the same. It doesn't lay the same.
Yeah, I
Hey,
remember.
go ahead.
Yeah, I remember in barber college, man. So barber college was I don't know if you're familiar with the Real Barbers College. It was in Anaheim. It was off of Lincoln in front of Anaheim High School. It was there for years.
Yeah.
So that's where I went to barber college, and but I remember when I was there, there was 2 twin brothers that came in, and they had like prom or something like that, and they're 2 twin brothers, And so one dude, I cut him, gave him fresh cut, and his brother went with someone else and got butchered, man. And it's a barber college, so I most people walk in with the understanding that you may not get a good haircut, and a lot of people go there. People will take their kids there and stuff like that, or people that just don't really care about their haircut. It was $5, so. But that's the risk, and so, anyways, the brother got a fresh haircut, and his brother was devastated, man. He was so pissed off, and
They were no longer twins.
yeah, exactly, yeah, man, yeah.
What's it? So I know the feeling. Look, obviously this has only happened on not a lot of occasions, but we all know the feeling of walking out with a stinker.
Yeah.
What's it like to put it on somebody where you know, like, fuck, you know, they're not where you know it's not your best, where you're like, oh man, what's that feeling like?
Man, to be honest with you, I haven't had too many of those.
That's the right answer.
But there was, there was this one time where there was this guy that came in and, man, he was on a good one, man. I think this was even before you were at the shop, but he came in and he was just like, it was someone I had never seen before. He just stopped by, driving by, saw a shop, and he kept like telling, man, can you go faster? Can you go faster? Like I got to go somewhere. And so, I'm cutting, but my goal is to always, make sure they have a fresh cut.
Yeah.
And so, on top of him trying to hurry me up, he was, like turning around and like looking in the mirror and was like super picky. And I was like, you know what, dude? Like this is the only time I've ever done this, but I was like, you know what? Fuck this dude. Fucked him up, I mean, I didn't, it could have been blended in a little bit better, It wasn't up to my standards, and I was like, you know what? Fuck out of here, dude. And but
did he leave happy?
See, he was never going to be happy no matter what. Yeah. That fool's not going to be happy no matter what.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He ain't back, so
yeah.
It's kind of weird with like the people that have a lot of high expectations of things.
Yeah.
Usually have the most fucked up haircuts.
Of course.
They seem to think that we don't know what we're doing, and want to kind of dictate all the steps and the motions that we take to do the cut. Use this clipper, use that, or hit here and hit there, and it's just like
across all jobs. Like the people that think they know the most and don't give up the control of what's going on.
Yeah.
They wind up with the worst shit all the time. Because
they come in guys like that. I've seen they come in with busted ass haircuts.
Sure, because they did the same thing last.
Yeah, and it's like, but that's typically what they want. It seems like.
Yeah.
You try to.
They don't want to be
because they
don't want to be satisfied.
That possibly might be. I never really thought about it like that. That might be it.
I was just having this conversation last night about tattoos, where it's the same thing. Where people come in, and if you think you know how to do it, and you think like you have this fucking I know,
yeah,
you're gonna wind up with
no one gonna do shit
it's
right.
gonna be fucked up. It's gonna be fucked up.
And there's some fucked up tats out there.
Yeah, but if you give up, like it's like whoever you're going to,
let them do his thing.
Let them do their thing. Like, what are you doing? Like, like I want do your fucking thing. I'm gonna sit here and keep my mouth shut, and you just. Number 2, fucking Tabor Square in the back, like, and that's.
And that's the thing. You can't be in a rush if you don't get a haircut.
Nah, not at all.
You can't be in a rush, bro. You know what you're gonna get yourself into.
Not while you're waiting, and not in the chair.
No.
Like both times, shut the fuck up and just wait your goddamn turn.
Yeah.
How long is an average cut for you right now?
How long?
Yeah.
I personally I like to take my time. I usually do anywhere between like 30, 45 minutes.
That's not bad.
The guys at the shop, they're a little quicker. He works at a really good speed.
You're a boss. You don't have to be fast. Take all the time you want.
Most of the barbers I would go to, they're be about an hour, and then some other ones I would be started going to would be between 30 to 45 minutes.
How do you remember getting your hair cut?
I was, dude.
That was so long ago.
Fuck you. I only lost my hair about 2 years ago, Johnny. So fuck you. I still remember how long it took. But cuts used to take an hour, Johnny.
My hair was so luxurious. I had to take all day. I had to get 2 barbers. That's how much hair I had.
Shit was feathered.
Here's a question that I have, man, and I've seen this more and more as you're like you're saying, new people are coming into the business and stuff. What the hell are those little ring lights for? You ain't got one. You don't have one.
Nah.
Yeah.
What the is that? Are they recording video?
Yeah. A lot of them.
Is it for?
It's both. I think it works both as a lighting mechanism to give them to knock out shadows that might be existent in the shop due to poor lighting or just where they're positioned in the shop, or for to take pictures and videos and possibly I think a little bit to look like they're cool or some shit like that, and. A lot of that goes on in the barber game, the cool guy thing, looking cool, being cool.
Dude, the cool guy to the barber shop.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's it's a young man's world, and the way.
But is that
going
to make my haircut better? That's,
nah,
you know what I mean? Nah.
But you'd be surprised on how much that sells on some kids. Like you got high school kids that come in, they see the cat with with
the lights.
Yeah, with the shit. They if they don't know, they're gonna judge on whatever they think is appealing, I guess. So,
Yeah.
And I can see that, how that could attract people, and that whatever floats your boat.
That's so fun. So I have the only two barbershops I've stepped foot in is the one I get my hair cut in and the one I buy my grease in. And there's
no ring lights.
And at the one I get my hair cut, no ring. And the one I buy my grease at, everybody's got a ring light. And I didn't know. I thought it was just this barbershop, but apparently that's the thing to do now.
Yeah, that's the new thing. Yeah.
Wait, so just so I'm clear, every chair has a ring light kind of deal?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean not here because you don't have a ring.
No,
light.
but I mean the new thing right now.
I get it for
Yeah.
lighting. Those lights are really
Yeah.
good.
So it's just the kind that they have that they use and they put the phone in it and you get the
Yeah.
light. Same light.
It's good lighting. It definitely lights up things, but I don't know, man. For me, I've always liked the
I mean, it's pretty lit up in the
conquest of
shop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the,
well, like-
the lights
like-
around the
it's like-
mirror?
No, we got lights. They're just normal LEDs on
Just
top.
fucking-
It's pretty lit up.
Lights,
when
man.
there's shadows and it's darker, I see it as like a challenge. I like,
Oh shit.
we get, I hate to say that we get bored, but doing this after so many years,
Sure.
He turns the lights off.
like, doing my eyes closed and shit. Nah, but like I always since I've started is always when I got bored or felt comfortable or wanted to test myself. So things like working in harder situations, I like to try to figure out. So in case I need to sharpen my tools, meaning my skill.
He's gonna
things
come
like
up.
that.
He's gonna start doing blindfold Fridays.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Like, come on,
half.
We just do it by
half off.
touch.
I do that shit
But
like
I'm
kung
gonna
fu.
just.
I do it by touch, man. I got this.
Let me feel your face.
But see, that's the old school. You know what I'm saying? I remember going to barbershops when I was young, and you go in there and. It's the old man and his son, and you get the lollipop at the end of the day, and it's just
Yeah,
come
we
in
still
and
do the
boom.
lollipop.
Yeah.
Hell
Oh yeah,
yeah.
hell
That's
yeah.
the thing,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, kids love it.
Is it hard to get good barbers now? Because for a while there, I don't know if it's still like this, but I remember for a little bit there, it just exploded, and everybody was a barber.
Yeah.
Or everybody was going to school. Is it hard to get good? Because I know you guys have been there for a minute. I know Steve's been there for a while as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steve. But then I've seen some guys come and go.
Yeah.
Is it hard to keep good guys?
You know what? As a shop owner, man, I would say that's probably the hardest part of running a shop is just finding quality barbers. That's been the hardest part, and for me, I always try to people that come in looking for a job and stuff. Try to talk to them, try to get a feel for them. Cause for me, it's more about like the way they approach me. If they approach me in a respectful manner, I know they're gonna most likely be respectful in the shop towards clients and other barbers and stuff. And so I try to do my best to kind of try to feel out the barbers and find quality guys, but sometimes there's only one way to really find out.
Sure.
To give
Put
them a
to the
shot.
test.
I feel like a lot of the times, a lot of the people that I brought on have worked out. Some of them didn't. The ones that ended up kind of moving on, it was no hard feelings. I know people move on and stuff like that. Yeah, man, we've had some characters, man. We've had some.
Is it hard to fire people? Or do most of the people just leave? They just know.
You know what? For me, because I have a few buddies that own shops, and I see the way they run theirs and stuff, and I try not to be like I try not to micromanage people, and I know, I've been cutting hair forever. I worked at different shops and stuff, and I've had I have my personal life and my work life, and I know that sometimes shit happens in life, so I try to be patient with the barbers, I try to be lenient, give them let them do their thing and try to stay out of their business, and every now and then gotta kind of pull them aside and talk to them if I have to. But as far as firing people, I think I've given people more chances than they probably should have deserved, and
So yes, it's hard.
yeah, Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Freddie's a super nice
But
guy.
I'm gonna say though, I understand what you're saying because when you're on the nice, you think that all right, fuck, like you said, everything happens out of your control.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
try to kind of roll with the punches, and hopefully they get it if you talk to them, and if they don't, then eventually you got to apply some pressure. But yeah,
Lay
I
down
get
the
it.
hammer.
Yeah, sucks when you're a
That's
nice
what you have
guy.
him for, though.
yeah.
You know?
You gotta have that. You gotta.
You have to have a
Now I
hammer.
understand.
You understand the dynamic now?
Yeah.
We're like yin and yang, man.
Yeah.
Is there like a lot of? I mean, cause look, like I went back to going. I used to get my haircut by my cousin, who was a hairstylist, and then when the barber thing started coming back, I used to go to Hollywood's, you know, Donnie Holly out there, and there was so much barber beef, bro.
Sure.
Dude, I was sitting in the chair one time. This was in the Newport shop. His first shop he had. I was getting my haircut, and someone drove by and threw a fake grenade in there. Man, it was crazy. He had letters, bro. Hey, bro, there was letters that people would like, you know, mail him and stuff, and like, hey, we're across the street at the apartments, and we have my scope out. You know, someone's gonna get shot. Like, it was crazy.
Oh man,
It was crazy. So are there that level of barber beefs? I know in the Buena Park one, a barber shop opened up across the street.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
There was
I think
two,
they're
actually.
gone. I think they're gone now too. To be honest with you,
man.
I haven't seen anything up. But I mean, does that become a beef? Because like, that's a little, you know what I mean? Like you're opening up across the street.
Disrespectful as fuck.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't, you know, I don't know how, you know, me, I like problems. You know what I'm saying? I can give a shit. Come to the shop.
I hope somebody's got
Come to the
beef.
shop and start some shit. See what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By
But
the way,
for us,
you need to print that on a shirt immediately. Winter with the true school. I like problems.
but for the most part, you know, especially being side by Freddie, he's a really calm and collective cat. I run on emotion. I'm a complete opposite. But I've learned a lot from him and watching his demeanor. When it comes to barbering and shit, other barbershops, we established the skill in our areas and where we're at. We owned it. When we're in Buena Park, there wasn't a shop within our vicinity. So that I think could compete in my head.
Yeah.
Whether they could or couldn't, I didn't give a shit, and I didn't care.
Right.
And I think the way we won and we were winning and we're still winning is by not really paying attention to the noise outside and focusing in what we're doing inside.
There's two kinds of two kinds of places. There's places that talk about other places,
Yeah.
and the places that get talked about.
Yeah.
Like that's, you know, and I'll always prefer to be the one that gets talked about.
Yeah, for
than
sure.
being in the place that's
If
talking
they ain't
about
talking
other-
about you, you ain't doing it right.
and I'm not talking about you. You know,
Yeah.
like get out of here.
So you know, I think we focus more on true school and what we're
Fuck
doing
yeah.
and where we're going and what we want to do next and how we can improve if any of the other barbers need help working on that. Showing up and just being there and doing our thing. Fuck everyone else.
Hell yeah.
Winning mentality.
Has there been any beefs with the internal that get out of hand or you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Marwan, tell us about when you beat up somebody that worked.
Well, he is a hooligan. He is a
told you?
hooligan.
Tell me the time you had to pull your fucking your scissors out of somebody's eyeball.
They're shears.
Oh, sorry,
First of all,
shears.
they're shears.
I've had quite a few altercations with the barbers.
I believe it.
Yeah. You know, I can be a abrasive kind of cat. My intentions are always good, but you know what I mean, I have a big heart, but I have a line too, and sometimes I don't realize people's lines. But like I said, I don't care. You know, if my intentions are good, that's the way I kind of see it. But I have had altercations. But you know, that's not what we're about. You know, that's not. You know, those are probably not so smart decisions I've made.
Sure.
But in the end, you know, I try to walk away as a man and try to fix things, if anything. But there's definitely been problems. You put a bunch of guys together, it's bound to happen. And it's not just the barbers; it's also with clients. You got, and we're a busy shop. You know what I'm saying? So like, I come to the shop, open up the doors. Sometimes there's 20 people outside waiting.
Oh, damn.
So you go inside the shop. There's all the barbers plus 20 people sitting there. Everyone's talking their shit. There's a lot of testosterone floating around, and eventually.
Especially when you're opening. Hey, I was first. I was the first one.
Oh,
No, you weren't. I was.
That's still a problem. You know what I mean? People, I was parked out there, or you have the guy that, you know, the way we do it is first come, first served.
Yeah.
These fools pull up 2 hours early, sleep out in their car, and they're usually the same cats that do it every week.
You have
Everyone knows.
One of those number systems when you go to the fucking the carniceria, like they just come out and pull like, hey, who got now serving number 1, 2, and you know.
You'll have the random asshole who'll just kind of, as soon as they see me walking up, they'll run up to the door and try to get like in front. And I don't get involved till it becomes a point where I have to get involved. I usually just figure it out. You guys are grown men, man. Figure that shit out.
Getting told that shit, because I remember the same thing in my barbershop. It was coming back from lunch. You know what I mean? And everybody had been posted up. And everybody there had seen everybody. So it's like, and you give the nod, like, all right, I see this boy, I see this boy.
Yeah. For the most part, everyone's cool about it.
And we're all shuffling inside. And then some like random asshole, like thinks, and he goes and sits in the chair. And I look at the barber, like, and he was like, handle it. Like, fuck it. This isn't my shit. Fucking handle it. And I go, yo, man, like, fuck it.
And those guys got balls, man, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got 20 people in the shop.
Dude.
And then you just go and sit down, and it's happened. Believe me, it's happened, like, quite a bit. Remember that, like, that one fool that he did it with me, right? And I didn't know. So I was just like, all right, I was about to drip, and the whole shop was like, nah. Right? And then, so I sat, I'm like, yo, what you, and he was a regular. You know, he
knew what's up.
Yeah, he knows what time it is. You know what I mean? He got all pissy and shit, sat down. I think another barber came in. He tried to do the same shit. I'm like, nah, fool, what are you doing? I mean, there was like 10, 15 people probably, like, you know, that he tried to jump. And then Freddy came in and he tried to do the same shit with Freddy, and then tried to have a talk with Freddy. And then Freddy's like, yo, man, what the fuck? He looked at me. I'm like, yo, man, you get the fuck out of here, man. Just leave. Fuck
Come back tomorrow.
You're done. Like, you're not getting it. I don't know what's your deal. But.
Okay, but let's be honest. You got your favorites that you know you fucking...
You know what? Nah, man.
No, Freddy, whoa, Freddy. I've seen you there late.
Yeah.
I'll come home from something, and I've seen them at the old shop.
Yeah, for real.
At like fucking, it's like 9, 10 o'clock. I'm like, you must love that dude.
Hey, we've been there till, we used to do 11 o'clock almost every night.
No shit.
From, 11 to 11. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I was looking for pictures for us for this, and I found one. But, with the old filters, it was a little too blurry and shit. But it said another 14-hour day. It's like, damn, man, we used to do that shit every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I seen you, man. You in there, like, I'm coming home because I live by the shop. And then all of a sudden, it's like, that one. I even stopped one time to say what's up because he was like, it was like 10:30. He was sweeping. I was like, what? Yeah. I didn't come. Hey, Freddie, I'm not trying to get cut.
I'm not trying to get my hair cut. I'm just saying hello, man.
I'm going to say, what's up, my man?
No, but yeah, there's been times where it's late night and 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'm cleaning up, trying to get out of the shop and have the door locked, and someone will come and knock on the window. Hey,
please,
can I get a cut? You guys open? I'm like, fuck, it's like 11 o'clock at night,
I guess, man.
But this is where the boss comes in like, hey, bro, we're closed. There's tomorrow because there's your time. Yeah. There's your family time. Sure. So you decide that you want to make that feria or you're going to fucking lick some random's asshole that doesn't know how to read the fucking door. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, we're going to cut it. But obviously that is the difference between customer service and your customer fan base. Yeah. But then that does take away from
your
life.
Yeah. And then it's 11 o'clock. How sane is that person?
Right.
He could be some crazy fool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, next thing you know, Freddy's on the ground. It's like, what the fuck happened to Freddy? Oh, he tried a haircut at midnight.
I told that shit, too. Like, you guys don't want to make money? It's like, we've been here all fucking days.
That's usually exactly what they say.
You don't want to make no money? Like, make it the fuck out of here.
Made enough for the day.
But then, I always just want $100.
Sure.
They're like, hey, I'll give you extra tip. What's extra? Well, how much your haircut's 25? Well, I'll give you 35.
Like, nah, man, that's a tip. That's just a tip.
Nah,
yeah, there was this guy one time. He was a regular, man. He had been coming in for a few years, and he ended up having he had a kid, and ended up bringing his son in for haircuts. So they were regulars, and Saturdays we closed up early. And I remember this one day he had come in, or he tried to come in for a haircut. Maybe like an hour and a half after we closed, because we stopped taking people at a certain time.
So you can clean up.
So we stop our list at a certain time. But whoever's on that list, you're
cutting their hair.
Yeah, they're cutting their hair.
Which hence dragging out till like 11.
Right. Yeah.
They'll wait.
So it was maybe about an hour and a half after we had stopped taking people, after we were closed. We had some a few more haircuts to knock out. And this dude comes in, and I was like, hey man, we closed up early on Saturdays. We closed about an hour ago. And he just like looked at me. He's like, oh, I guess you don't want my money then. I was like, bro, what the fuck, like, And
how does how does what I just said come back to, it's like, no, that's
That
not
was
right.
the wrong response.
Try to make me feel bad, try to guilt trip me, and
try to give another rebuttal.
And a lot of times, I try not to take stuff like that personally, because I maybe they're having a bad day or whatever, but I was like, fuck, man, come on, dude. And I think since that day, we never came back. And
cool, man.
Like, wow, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Over that, cool, man.
That's the kind of vibe you don't need in your shop anyway.
Nah,
Sure,
100%.
So
sometimes the trash takes itself out.
Yeah.
So earlier you were talking about how many times you give chances to obviously the barbers and stuff like that. Same thing with the customers. I mean, do you cave in a lot on them, or do you try to be firm after 20 fucking years of like that crazy shit?
So I've had this shop now for 12 years, and throughout those years my life has kind of shifted a little bit, where the first maybe 5-6, about 5-6 years, I was like 100% like just dedicate my time. I'd stay till whoever came in after hours, I would cut them. I had nothing to do, like I was just, I love cutting hair, and wanted to just kind of establish the barbershop, and there was a point where I'd stick around forever until no one else walked into the door, and but now I'm married, have 3 kids, and so my priorities changed, and
you don't want my money? Hey, I don't see him hardly anymore when I've gone in there. Before he was out at 24.
Oh,
now it's like, where's Freddy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And it's important to do that, but you did that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure,
Get out of here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, so I try to cut it off. I try to be firm with the clients. Now I've reached that point, and I have my family to kind of focus on, and so that's where I'm at right now.
What's up with the family members that want to get that freebie? Because you know what, I had my cousin Joe, who used to have this pizza shop, and when I went there, I bought the pizza, bro.
Yeah.
I wasn't, hey, come me up with the free pie, and then no, you know what I'm saying? That's what you live off of.
Mm-hmm.
Show support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you have those. Hey, cuz, come to my back. Can you cut my hair, or can you do this, or what's up? Like, how do you work that? How do you handle those kind of guys?
You know what? Me, I wouldn't say I really have many of those. A lot of my family and friends that I've been cutting for years. We're all grown up. We're all
They understand.
mature now. Yeah, they understand, and luckily I have a lot of good friends that have supported the business throughout the years, and I never had to deal with that. I never really had that issue. Yeah.
How about pricing now? Pricing's all over the board. From 35, 45. Then you go on, Instagram or whatever social media, and it's like, $200 fade.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, the people on there like, no way.
Those dudes got ring likes for sure.
But you know what I'm saying?
But there's 100%.
There's mad people on there that are like, no way you paid $200 for that fade.
By the way, Johnny, I'm glad I lost my hair, but not glad I lost my hair 2 years ago, because now I don't have to pay these ridiculous prices. Because when I started really going to the barbershop hardcore, it started about $20. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and then plus tip. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, holy shit. Like, I guess if little things went up, but I mean, fuck, I think the shop I was last going to, 60, 65 for a fucking fade. I'm like, I'm done, dude. Like, I'm cool. I'm shaving my shit. Fuck you, dude. Like, and I was driving.
That's why.
I was driving.
That's why he stopped, because of the prices.
He had a full head hair. And he just went.
I just shaved the shit.
He's like, I still have all my hair. I just shave it, man. I'm not paying
Bro,
that.
$60.
That's wild.
I mean, that's where it's at. Pricing for us, I think we put out a $60 haircut.
Sure.
100%. We put out quality. We've been known for one of the reasons why we're so busy is because we have consistent quality. Mm-hmm. It's not. We have a great set of barbers that are there. Rolando, Steven, Andrew, Brian, and they consistently put out work, and it's always been that way. We've made sure that's our kind of standard. But you also have to take in consideration we work with our community, and most barbershops, I think, if they were smart enough to understand that you're feeding the community that's around the shop, for the most part. Right. A lot of barbers aren't working like that. A lot of the young guys are trying to make it on their Instagram thing.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah,
barbershop's neighborhood. This is a neighborhood barbershop.
Yeah, so that's what we're about. We're about the families, neighborhood. That's, in my opinion, where the money's at. You get bigger numbers that way. you could go the other route, I think, and maybe charge a lot higher, but to a limited amount of clients.
Sure.
And we're definitely a community shop. We like being a part of our area. It's amazing to be back we're both from Anaheim. We're born and bred in Anaheim, so we're back in our neighborhood, and we're feeding our own neighborhood that we grew up in, and that's a dope thing. Granted, we have to look at the demographics, so our prices kind of revolve around what's going on in the neighborhood. Yeah. We can't be in Anaheim charging, unless we're in Anaheim Hills or some shit, but we can't be charging, $60, $70.
You get some rocks through the window.
Or a fake grenade.
Sniper letters.
But that is real. I mean, I think a lot of people nowadays lose that neighborhood feel because you're like you said, you're on Instagram saying, I'm gonna get a fucking I'm gonna get that $100. It's like, damn, you might get $100. Like when I do my event, we keep it really, really low. I do Michelada Rumble, and it's a $25 ticket now. I never raised my prices for 10 years. I finally did $5. So it's a $25 ticket, man. You can't even go to the movies for $25 nowadays.
For real.
So, and I do it because my business partner was like, bro, we're not going to become millionaires off of one show, but we're going to make money because these people are going to continuously come back every time because they're going to see like, I had a great time and I only spent $25 and my kids got in free. Like, fuck, all day, every day.
I think that's the problem with a lot of things now. Like with haircuts, like people think like, oh, fuck it, I'm worth $100, or I'm gonna lie and bullshit my way into being $100, not realizing you're gonna make money one way or the other, and $100 a cut as compared to $25 and doing 10 cuts. You know what I mean?
You're skinning sheep instead of sheep.
Yeah, you're always gonna win. Like with your Michelada Rumble, that's $25 is hella cheap, and that's a huge event. You're gonna always win on that. You're just gonna keep bringing in people. Are like, $25, I'm gonna go. Fuck it. If you said $85, like going to Coachella now, I hear it's like thousands of bucks and shit till you have a decent time. All that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it takes away the clientele when you go back. I've gone back and it's like, it's different, it's changed. Yeah, because the people are there to be seen and not to enjoy what is going on. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And with the haircut, like you said, you know what? You charge $25, but I'm gonna throw you down 30, 35.
Yeah.
Because it's I feel it like, this is a sick ass cut, $25. Let me throw 10 on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Plus, we want continued business.
Yeah.
We're not looking at the quick 100. We're looking at the 10 years of $25 or $35 or whatever it is. That's the long money.
And then they're gonna bring their kids, and they're gonna bring in their cousins or friends. Where did your little boy get his haircut?
Yeah, for real.
Single moms and stuff. I've been there when I've seen it, Yeah. And then that's where that all comes back around again.
Me, my dad, and my brother get our haircut at the same fucking barber shop. You know
if you do good, man, you keep a customer for a decade.
Life,
Hell yeah.
A decade's a long time of every 2 weeks. Like I think a lot of these young barbers, they don't see that. They don't understand the difference between long money and short money. You know what I mean? And quick, fast money that means you always got to be full of shit.
Being scared.
You always got to keep bullshitting your way through to get the $100.
If you start out bullshitting, you got to keep bullshitting. Like that's just the way it works.
Consistent business, affordable pricing, quality work, an honest work will always win. No matter what.
I'm pretty sure all these newcomers are gonna fucking dry up really quick when they're not making that money and just make room for everyone else, because that's what I think in every industry you got people who think they know what the fuck they're doing and they don't understand how the game is played and how it should be played and how you should be acting with your customers and your Patreons and everyone who's fucking paying money to do whatever it is that you're out there doing, clubs or haircuts or shows or whatever the fuck it is. You gotta think about the customer and what they want.
I put multiple girls through hair school. I've paid for multiple women to go to hair school. And the thing that I always tried to push in their head, because I was saying, there's so many people doing hair. There's so many people doing hair. And it's like that industry, like a lot of industries, is saturated at the bottom. But the top is always looking for people. Like like after you get out of the muck, the top is always looking for good people that provide. Because the barbershop's the same thing. You have to, but you also have to fit into the shop. Like you also have to be a plus. A plus to the shop.
You gotta bring something to the table.
Right, not just haircut either. Like you gotta be funny, you gotta have some conversation, you gotta have like something to add to not be taken away. You know? It's like a prima donna wide receiver. You know what I mean? Like while you're the best in the world will deal with your shit, but a second it's like, oh man, get this guy the fuck out of here.
Well, that's what like Freddy said earlier. He was saying like, when I'm gonna hire someone, I see how he approaches me, because that's how he's gonna approach my
How
clientele.
you do anything is how you do everything. Yeah, and if you're a dick right now, you're gonna be like, get out of here.
Yeah, I just thought of something. I remember I had this guy. I had put something out. We were looking for a barber or something, and this guy sends me an email, and I'm reading the email. And he's like, oh, I'm interested in working at your shop and stuff, and he's like, oh, just that. The only thing is, like he had listed it, I wouldn't say like a list of demands, but he's like, oh, the only thing is that, I prefer to set my own prices, and, I don't do little kids. And I don't remember what else it was, but I just remember those two. He's like,
this is a known barber too. I'm not gonna say drop no names, but this is a kind of a known barber.
Yeah.
He tried to lay it out like how he's gonna try to tell Freddie how he's gonna run his business.
Jesus Christ!
I mean, at that point, he needs to have his own fucking chair somewhere else, and his own standalone thing to make up all his own shit.
Yeah. So I was like, damn. But yeah, just
sorry, man. This doesn't fit in with the community guidelines.
I know that because I've seen it. Kids are a little bit, more, it's harder to cut their hair. They're not going to sit there and stuff. But that's part of the job, right?
Yeah, it's part of the job. Yeah,
even if it sucks.
Yeah, and Marwan was talking earlier about challenging himself and putting himself in these situations to kind of grow as a barber and continue learning. And I feel like that's one thing that I would also do. Early on, I would try to put myself in these situations, like certain customers that barbers didn't want to, like that, customers that would come in that the other barbers didn't want to cut, either like a little kid that just was known to
go to the bathroom and shit.
Or certain type of hair.
Yeah. And I'd always go for it, because I knew that it was, especially early on when I was trying to establish myself as a barber and build my my own clientele, like I was like, fuck it, I'll cut anybody, Yeah, kids is where it's at.
It is 100%.
It's an investment,
They are a long-term investment, man. If you're good, especially if you got a single mom,
who's hot.
She brings her kid in, and you do good with that kid. She's gonna bring that kid until he's
can drive until he can drive himself.
Hopefully, he doesn't become too cool in high school and want to do his own thing. But for the most part, you got at least 10 years with them.
Yeah,
that's a good investment. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Especially if you do that. Like you see how busy we are.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine like you take that times it by, I don't know, 15 or 20 kids per barber, or more. That's a big investment. You know what I'm saying? That's money. If you're smart, you can see that how far that could take you.
And then a lot of times, especially like young dudes, they don't want to go someplace new and walk in like Subway and have to deal. It's like, I'm going to keep going to the place I go. Like, why would I go someplace else? I'm going to go here.
Yeah.
I saw a viral video that was up. You guys might have seen it as well. This black barber had a child who was Down syndrome, and the little kid would laugh, so he would turn off the machine, and he'd be like, okay, go, and he'd do it. And this guy was so patient, got this kid through what would have been a 20-30 minute haircut, hour and a half. Because he kept turning off and on, and it just showed you know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be.
His dedication to it.
Yeah, for sure.
For the customer.
Yeah,
making a real good experience.
Yeah, and that's what we try to do also. We have we have kids that come in, and parents bring the kids in, and I know that there's been times where the parents are like, hey, my son's autistic, if he's throwing a fit, whatever, I apologize, and we, we're like, hey,
don't need to
apologize. And, we'll turn down the music, we'll try to
put on some kid music.
Yeah, whatever, Yeah, and parents notice that stuff, Parents will notice, they'll see the difference, when they go somewhere and the barber just boom, 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 and just knocks, just cuts the kid's hair, or they go, to a shop where they, they
take their time.
They take their time, they make the kid feel comfortable, because a lot of times, they're afraid and stuff, or whatever the case. And
the noise is usually where it's at with them.
Sure.
The noise,
The
ear, they tend to, the noise by their ears. I got quite a few autistic kids, and that's always the response. Exactly what Freddie's saying. It's like, they see the difference between us putting in the work and taking the time with the kid, showing that we care, rather than
trying to make the money.
Just do a half-ass
Hold
haircut.
him, I cut him.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Talk to me about this Christmas wheel and how this came about. I would like to know.
the Christmas wheel.
Well, that was in the Christmas.
So the wheel was actually for what was that for? That was
I think that was back to school.
It was back to school,
Back to school.
and then we also did it for the anniversary, the 10-year anniversary.
Oh, the 10-year anniversary.
Raffle
So
That's right.
all of these community events,
Yeah.
how did
Yeah.
this start? Is what I'm trying to get to.
So
We've done a lot though.
yeah, we've done a lot throughout the years, man. And when I opened up the shop, I always that was always something that I wanted to do, and find ways to kind of give back. And maybe like a year or two into it, where business was kind of going pretty well and flowing. I think I want to say the first time we did something like that was I want to say it was like around the holidays, and the first time it was more for like the the kids that like the regulars,
Sure.
So we're like, okay, you know what, let's do something for the kids that come in and stuff. And so we gave out like Christmas gifts and stuff like that. And then from there, the following year during the summer, or towards the end of the summer, we did a back to school event where we just bought folders and stuff like that.
That's right. Yeah, Quest 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quest 9.
Well, the first one, I don't think that was with him. No, I don't think the first one was with him. But just around back to school time, all those little things, they kind of add up, and a lot of times we don't kind of realize that there's people that even though folders are like $1, $2, like sometimes
People don't have it.
Yeah, it goes
people
a
don't
long
have
way.
it. Yeah, people don't have it, and
You got to pay your high prices
yeah.
and haircuts.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And so so we it started off. I would say that was the where it started, where we kind of started doing stuff with the community and helping people out. And then after that, that's when it kind of spiraled into other stuff. I know you mentioned Quest 9. He's a buddy of ours who lives in the area, and he's someone who always. He's a doer, man. He finds ways to do things. He's always active and trying to find ways to kind of give back. And there was what was the that was the one with downtown and all that stuff, right?
No, the first time we did something with Quest, or that I recall doing something with Quest, it was a back to school thing. He had got us those Herschel bags, and
Yeah.
we did that. The follow up is when we did
We hit the skate shops
that was when I think I got us that identity and then that program, and then we got the connection at
downtown.
We hooked up with Suavecito, and
Hell
then
yeah.
they brought out their trailer. We did a back to school event. We did if you purchase something from inside the store, we gave you a free haircut. I think it was like 2 weeks before school started.
Yeah. Well, I want to say it was 3. So every
Every
week.
it was the whole month.
Yeah,
Right, yeah,
we did a different shop, a different
Every
city
weekend.
every weekend. Yeah, so basically doing free back to school haircuts for the kids.
Yeah.
We had DJs come out, play some music, and like you mentioned, it was we hit up downtown, the store,
Downtown skate shop. Yeah.
downtown skate shop. We did Identity, Buena Park, and then we did a program in Fullerton.
Fullerton.
Yeah, and so
Ephraim.
Yeah.
My boy Ephraim.
Yeah.
We have official accusations of the wheel being rigged. Right now,
Oh,
so.
He's a hater. he's all mad he didn't win the bike.
Hey, it's something else that you do aside from barbering. You do your movie reviews, man. I enjoy those, man.
You watch them?
I follow you on the Instagram. So
Yeah, 100%.
and he'll go and he'll watch the movie right when it comes out, and then he'll be in his car and he'll record it right there. He'll,
No shit.
Yeah,
break
yeah.
it down and boom.
I mean, I'm gonna follow you. I'm interested in
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I go every Monday, man.
What was the last movie you reviewed?
I watched Evil Dead.
How was it?
It was good, man. It's if you know the Evil Dead movie, the original one, it's a cult classic. You know what I
Right.
mean? A horror film turned comedy /
Yeah.
whatever it turned into a TV show now and shit. But they did a scary one not too long ago. I think a couple of years ago, and it was kind of good. It was somewhere in between. This one was similar. I don't want to say it was scary, but it definitely had the creepiness to it, and it danced around the whole kind of. They talked about the shotgun. They showed the chainsaw, so it had little remnants of the original one. That was kind of cool, but it definitely had its creepiness to it.
What's the best movie you've seen in a while, off the top of your head?
Woman King.
Oh, really?
That movie, 100%.
Yeah?
was fucking amazing.
check that out.
Viola Davis, man.
Yeah.
And then the thing, he doesn't just come and like, I watched it was cool. No, he'll come back with backstory and then go into shit and like, oh, the old one was better or this or that or how this one's better than that one. So yeah, I know because I remember you didn't do it for like maybe it was a week or two. I don't know why, but I hit him up like, hey, what's up with the movie reviews? Like, I don't want to go if he didn't say it was good, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna waste my time.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's fun because I go, I love the movies, man. I didn't really, as a kid, man, I didn't have much shit. So like, I experienced everything through watching TV and fucking shit on 13 channels that we had, and that was so I kind of still got that thing going on, and I love it. It's like my peace of mind when I go to the movies. I go first viewing, like no one's in the theater. It's like usually 10 o'clock.
Empty,
11. Yeah, it's the best.
Matinee. Yeah. Are you paying the matinee pricing or are you?
Yeah. Usually because the first one's usually between like 10:30 to 11, so it's like it's like $8 or something. Yeah. It's really not about the price. It's more no one's in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like being in there alone. I hate when you go in.
Just go to Krikorian in Warner Park, bro. It's pretty empty.
There's nobody in there.
What's your theater of choice?
I always go to Century. It's the one by the Anaheim Stadium.
Oh, Catella.
Did you see the Super Mario Brothers movie?
I did.
What'd you think of it?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I was just wondering.
I'm sure a lot of kids are pumped on it. It's Super Mario Bros.
Kid, yeah.
There's a lot of cool shit from the past. There was a cool scene like in the beginning. They're in the restaurant. There's all the pictures on the walls of Mike Tyson's Punch Out and shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was cool. There's a lot of insignia in it and shit like that. That was really cool. But
can it really be a storyline though? It's a game, you know what I mean? How
of course there is.
They did do the storyline.
The Last of Us was fucking great. And that was just
Last of Us was great.
And that was a movie, and that was a video game.
Storytelling is amazing when it's done right.
Yeah.
I watched it. I thought it was fun for what it was, especially to introduce new generation of kids into the Mario stuff. Yeah. By the way, the movie did what it was supposed to. It's not supposed to be cinema. It's not supposed to be fucking.
It's an advertisement for
their park.
Yeah.
And guess what? Video games are outselling everything right now. All the Mario games are fucking on the top of the charts. All the old shit. So it's doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Parents are like, "You like this shit? Let me show you Super Mario Brothers right now. Save this princess."
That fucking Bowser song's all over fucking TikTok and the gram and everything.
What's the Bowser song?
Oh, bro.
I'm gonna have to go see this goddamn movie so I know what people are talking about.
You got Seth, what's his name?
Seth Rogen.
Fucking hate that guy's voice, bro.
It's wild that he was like. It's wild that they hired him to do that when he was like, "I'll do it, but it's just gonna be my voice. Like I'm not doing a voice." And they were like, "All right, cool." And it's like,
it's good. I still kind of like the old one better.
Ooh, the 80s one?
Hell yeah.
With fucking John Leguizamo?
Hell yeah, that's a good movie.
Those stupid muting Koopas?
The mini heads and shit.
That's good.
Fuck. Never understood that movie, but that shit's been coming up. John Leguizamo was apparently mad because they didn't cast someone of fucking ethnic, the fuck. I'm like, dude.
No real Italians?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're just fucking upset that you didn't get fucking picked. And you did such a shitty job in the first one. And I even forgot that was even John Leguizamo to begin with. I'm like, fuck. Was that his first movie?
Yeah.
I don't think so, no.
All right. But, yeah.
The Pest.
Yeah, that I did love. I love The Pest.
Ready with the bomb, The Pest.
That opening shower scene with the fucking montage music video. Fucking fun. That's obviously in the days of fucking Ace Ventura in the 90s and that kind of style of comedy that doesn't fucking exist anymore.
Well, these guys brought back something that wasn't existing for a while. People had to go to the salon and get a haircut, but I'm glad that gentlemen like this are keeping the barber shops open and you can go in there and really just go in and hang out and have fun. And I've been in there where there's shit being talked, and I've been in there when it's just cool and we're talking about a movie and stuff. And it's good. It's good to get away and hang out there for a while. So if you're in a hurry, don't go, man. Stay home.
We definitely have that old school barber. We ain't got no TVs, so we're in there. We're trying to converse and try to create the barbershop, the old school barbershop vibe.
And there's some good music in there. They got some really, some deep cuts and some really cool shit that they play. And they support the community, man. What else do you want? A good haircut, guys that support the community, and keep doing you guys. That's why, when I reached out, not only did I want to talk about, haircuts and all that good stuff, but really for me it was more, letting people know that there's people like you out there still that are concerned with our communities here and are trying to help our communities out. I think it has to start there before we go to a national or even a bigger platform. If you're not taking care of what's at home, what's out there isn't going to matter.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I
You got to
mean?
start somewhere.
So taking care of what's around you, making that solid, taking care of the people, the kids that don't have. I mean, again, there's a lot of single mothers that go in there with their kids, and I've been there, and and it's tough. And when you guys take care of them, and that's awesome.
That's
man.
a big reason why we do it. I mean, we do a huge ass Christmas toy drive. We build a mountain of toys that'll fill this room every year. We weren't rich kids. I grew up super poor. We come from a neighborhood. We've known each other since second grade.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of weird we collided in the barber world. But giving back is a huge part of our success. It's to my success. I feel like you can't go with one without the other. You got to give back, and it feels great because I was that kid. I was the kid that didn't have shit. I went to the Boys and Girls Club. I went, to all the what do you call them? Food stamp shit. What do you call it?
Yeah, welfare.
The welfare program, like Christmas holiday things, the welfare, Thanksgiving,
Lunch in the park.
Free lunch in the park, free lunch in
Summer.
school, like all my life. You know what I mean? So I didn't really know too much different. And it was cool when I got some shit because in my house we didn't have that shit. So being able to provide, when people provided it for me, it was like, yo, man, I got a present I get to open up and shit for real. So we do that shit now, and it's rad seeing little kids. Their eyes light up.
Hell yeah.
There's nothing greater than the
And
joy
not
of a
only
child.
that though, but the way you're speaking about it now, and it helped in you becoming the person that gives. Hopefully, that same giving that you're doing now sparks a child.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to give to someone
Yeah,
else.
for
that
sure.
needs. So that's always a
Yeah.
great thing. You spark that same fire in someone else to want to give back to the community. And I think if we continue to do that, hopefully, one day we won't have to be raising stuff for people because there won't be need.
Yeah.
Giving is a necessity. I think you have to. If you got something, it's your responsibility to share. You can't just keep
There we go.
eating. You can't just keep eating. You end up fat. You got you got to share the wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got a lot on your plate, you got to feed someone.
Yeah.
It's important to.
And that's what we try to do here on the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast every Tuesday. Or whenever we want, right, Johnny?
Whatever we want.
Except for Sundays.
Every Tuesday, we try to feed you guys with gentlemen like this. We try to feed you with new music, whatever it is, man. We try to feed you guys and give you that nice energy, that nice, hey, you can do it. No matter what, your dreams can come true. Just don't stop dreaming and don't stop pushing. Let us know where we can find you guys. The shop. Give us the address, your Instagrams, whatever you guys want to go for right now.
Yeah, so True School Barbershop on Instagram, just at True School Barbershop. My personal one, Freddy the Barber.
Mine's Marmaduke's.
Marmaduke's, yeah.
Marmaduke's.
And that's where you can check out his movie reviews as well.
Yeah, movie
Go check it
reviews,
out.
yeah.
And then the barbershop is located?
It's in Anaheim, Magnolia and Crescent, 534 North Magnolia Avenue, city of Anaheim. I know we were talking about how busy the shop is, and we've been in business for 12 years now, and from day one, I've always tried to keep it very simple, as far as very simple and very, very fair the way we take customers in, so it's a lot of times people, one of the only complaints really is that the wait is just too long, and for all these years we've always done walk-ins, we have our sign-in system. You just walk in, sign in, we show no favoritism, and that's the way it's always been from day one. And we've always had people that throughout the years, they're like, man, you guys got to set appointments. And so the last few months we've been kind of messing around with the technology and stuff like that, these booking apps, and so we're finally just wanted to let who's that?
Someone
What is
calling
that,
in.
phone
or
call?
what?
He's trying to get an appointment.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, so I just want to let everybody know that we're taking appointments now.
Caller, you're on the West Coast. Are you calling in for an appointment?
No appointment. I just calling to big up Marwan and Freddy the Barber.
What up?
Oh yeah. Who's this?
I think they recognize my voice.
This is indigenous.
Indigenous.
Oh,
Indigenous.
what up?
What up, son?
There you go. Man, I just wanted to call in and tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys,
Man,
how
we
much I appreciate
you.
what you guys do, and to see you guys give back to the community and everything you guys do, man. It's just amazing.
Thank you, Digi.
Man,
Hell
thank
yeah.
you. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Believe me.
Shout out to the West Coast Poplock Podcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thanks,
We
sir.
need to get you on here, man, pretty soon here. You know, you've been out there DJing everywhere. I see you. I see all the shows you do and all the artists that you're working with. So we need to get you up in here.
Anytime, brother. You already know, man. Just say the word and I'm there.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
There you go.
All right, guys.
Thank you for
Thank
calling.
you.
Later, man.
And shout out to everyone online. I know we didn't get a chance to talk too much because the conversation was just kind of going all over the place. But everyone commenting, dude, you guys got so much love on the comments. I've been kind of sharing it as we kind of been going along on the screen. If you guys been watching live on the YouTube or on the Facebook, if you're listening on the audio portion, you guys can always jump onto YouTube and relive the magic. Kind of look at everything that we've been kind of talking about and all the cool things people were kind of saying. So shout out to everyone logging in, and
thank
you guys got a lot of love on there. So congratulations
Thank you
on all
guys.
that.
We wanted to offer the customers something or anyone listening.
Yeah.
We had brought some gifts. And
So what I was getting at is that just want to let everybody know that we're gonna start taking appointments on Thursdays only.
What?
And since we're so excited to be here with the West Coast Pop Lock podcast, we were gonna do something for the listeners, for the viewers. So if you if you're interested in booking an appointment, you can go to our Instagram at True School Barbershop, book now, and when you guys go to book your appointment, we have a promo code for you guys. It's WCPP15.
Oh shit.
Nice.
So promo code WCPP15, and that'll get you guys 15% off
15%.
your appointment, and that'll be good through the end of May.
Hell yeah.
And also we have a promo code for our t-shirts, our merch. So same thing, you can purchase the t-shirts either in the shop, or online. And when you go to check out, same thing, promo code WCPP15, and you guys get 15% off.
Fuck yeah, we'll throw that. We'll throw that on our link bio page with the link to the
Please.
shop, so
Yeah.
that way
Awesome.
we can. If you send us the link directly for the appointment, we'll have it on there and we'll have it with the code on it, ready to go.
Awesome.
Sure.
We'll
That's
do.
dope.
Amazing. So you guys log in, sign up, get your appointments, get 15%. So everyone, all 12 billion people who are listening to this podcast right now, get your 15% off. That's a lot of money
For
being
real.
saved, man.
It is, man. Money saved is money saved.
That's right.
Can I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
Sir, yeah.
I just want to, I haven't said this in a while, but I want to thank every one of our customers that supports us. I appreciate you. Freddie appreciates you. The whole shop appreciates all your guys' loyalty, your dedication. We know the waits are crazy. We know you guys put in time to stick with us, and we appreciate all of it. You've changed my life. You've changed the shop's future and where we're going. And we would be nowhere without any of our customers. And 100% from the bottom of my heart, love
There
all
we
you
go.
guys.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking good shit right there, man.
That's right.
Customer Appreciation Day every
100%.
day. Every
100%.
day. Steve, coming up, we have a Michelada Rumble, right?
Yeah, it's May 20th. We have some guests coming up. Coming
we
up
go.
soon.
Oh,
For
look
that,
Look at
we
that.
have,
The Michelada
Oh,
Cup.
fuck yeah, that's awesome.
We did a collab with them a couple years ago.
On your 10-year anniversary.
10-year
Yeah,
anniversary.
look at that.
Yeah, I designed that.
Hell
Fucking
yeah. With
Brutus
Brutus
the
the
Barber
Barber beefcake
beefcake.
on there.
Shit's
Come on,
dope.
how could you not, bro?
Kept them, man.
Badass.
And I also did. We also did some shirts.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
of dope
We actually
shirts like
have
that
them
still.
right
Yeah.
Got 'em right here.
Did them like the Hulk Hogan lettering.
Oh heck yeah, you know how to go dope on
man.
that.
This shit was dope.
Yeah, fuck
yeah.
yeah.
So when's that Rumble date? Where and when?
May 20th, Paris Fairgrounds. So you can go to micheladarumble.com and get your tickets. It's $25, man. You can't beat it. Kids in free. We have Lucha Libre. We have Baby Bash. We're gonna be adding some more artists this week. So, we got you guys. We have the best michelada vendors in the IE. They're going for a $500 prize, as well as the belt for the best
bringing,
item.
they're bringing heat.
They're bringing heat. We have a car exhibition. All kinds of crafts and stuff out there, booths and stuff like, T-shirts and what have you. And yeah, man, it's from noon to 5, Paris Fairgrounds, Lake Paris Fairgrounds, May 20th, micheladarumble.com. Check it out, man. We'll see you there.
Johnny, where are you going to be doing stand-up?
I'll be nowhere. I'll be nowhere all this week. I'll be nowhere next week as well. Come on out and check me out when I'm in nowhere.
For all the sad boys and sad girls out there, you guys can join us and be sad at fucking Fun City at Mal's Bar. Rock en Español night versus 80s New Wave. So any rockeros out there, you guys come hang out. And don't forget to check out the incredible Lucha Vavum returning to the world-famous Mayan Theater in downtown LA, happening on the 4th and 5th. So Cinco de Mayo. May the 4th be with you, Johnny. Yeah. By the way, those are some of those most the raddest shows that they do out of the whole year. The Cinco de Mayo show pops the fuck off. I mean, they all pop off, but that Cinco de Mayo has some they got some more pizzazz because of the whole fucking Mayan and that whole Aztec vibe. So you guys get your tickets at luchavavum.com. And yeah, don't forget about the sad boys and girls.
We can never, because they stop bitching about it. So
I know we're over, and I just want to ask Johnny, 1 minute, Johnny, new belt in WWE. What do you think?
It's the worst parts of the big gold belt and the new belt put together.
Awesome. So it's a piece of shit. What do you think of fucking CM Punk in the background of Raw?
I mean, he's drumming up. So where CM Punk has always thrived is in uncertainty. And what he's trying to do by that is trying to create uncertainty about his return to AEW, which is 100% certain. But now he's stirring it up and making that was all. He's not fucking around, you know what I mean? He didn't get to where he was by not knowing what he's doing.
You know what? I think we just created a new segment within the
1 minute.
1 minute
wrestling 1 minute.
But with you two guys,
just fucking cap off the fucking night.
Yeah.
So much wrestling. Then we can still talk. But yeah, those are the most important keys right now.
Yeah, that's it.
Damn it. Thank you guys for coming down and hanging out. Congratulations on all the success. I mean, to hear about the whole community thing is fucking rad. For those who want to donate, man, hit the shop up. Follow them. See if you want to come out and help out.
Hey, Mario, grow your hair back and get a cut.
Come in and just get a shave, man. We'll make you bald head slick.
Woo! I've never had a full shave before. Never had a shave.
Come down, man.
All right,
do hot
try that shit out. You know what? I'm going to book my appointment and get my 15% with my
There you go.
WCPP 15.
Wait, 15 or 105? 15. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so you guys use that discount code, but we're about to put that up on our link bio page. So get your appointments in and save some fucking money. Let's go. We out.
Okay, goodbye.
School.
Dude, that shit.
Yeah, dude.
The #1 live show in the world, West Coast Poplock Podcast. Coming to you from Pig Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll do anything for a buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop up.